so freaking bad. Wrestle me.
Welcome, everybody, to Juice Pro Wrestling, episode 166. Want to make a bet? Do you?
Hey.
Do you? Want to make a bet with our fucking very special guest this week, the one, the only, the magnificent Ninja Mack. Ninja Mack.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all doing good?
Oh, we're doing great, brother. How the hell are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me, Juice Pro Wrestling. I appreciate the opportunity to be on your podcast, man. I don't get to do them often, so to come out and do it really means a lot for a ninja.
Likewise, brother. And it's funny you should say that, because you're a guy I like with the talent selection, the guest selection, I should say, that I choose. I like it to be kind of an eclectic mix, and people with certain talents or skills or just personalities. And dude, when I came across you within the past several months, I was blown the fuck away, because I was like, wow, dude, here's another, once again, proving that the independent scene is cocked and fully loaded, brother.
Hey, who'd you have on before this? You said you had a wide variety of wrestlers and people. Who was on before?
Dude, we've had Sabu on here. We've had PCO. We've had a lot of the guys from MLW on the show.
Josh Alexander
was our last guest. Sam Adonis, Mecha Wolf, you name it, brother.
I've known Mecha and Sam a while. They're pretty talented guys for sure.
Fuck yeah, Mecha Wolf's a good brother, dude. He's on that Misfits heavy metal tip too, like I am. I do the death metal thing, man. When I'm not doing this,
I wish I could show you the message I sent Mecha. I'm gonna go see him in a couple weeks.
Fuck yeah, dude. He's got a new album coming out too, so shout out to fucking brother Mecha Wolf, man. I'm excited to hear
dude, he's rolling hard. I hope good things come for him with everything he's doing.
Speaking of good things coming to people, man, this year has been a fucking blessing for you. I mean, since a lot of these bands have lifted up, man, it's been a hell of fire for a ninja like yourself. We had the chance to see you at Warrior Wrestling, which was awesome, because let me tell you something about Warrior. Shout out to Steve and Eric, because those are other guys that they're very well aware of who's, the talent pool in the indie scene. And they bring like the top fucking talent around. You got to wrestle Brian Cage, which, dude, fucking awesome match.
You guys
what's that?
He's a machine, man. He's probably one of the best wrestlers right now out there, just going hard all the time, consistent. Guy was great to work in the ring. He really is as big as he looks.
Oh yeah, super nice guy. You know what, dude? I don't know.
I don't know about super nice guy. I don't know if you saw what he did to my back.
Well, I did see that.
Powerbomb me on the knee, powerbomb me on my back, just whip my ass all the time, but I needed it.
Super nice right? to us, but we didn't wrestle him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get him back though. I'm definitely looking for a rematch, and now that I kind of got an idea of where he's at.
Oh yeah, he kind of reminds me of like a modern day Scotty Steiner from the Steiner brothers.
Yeah, he does it right, man. He trains hard. He shows out every match, and he's eating right. He's in the gym all the time. You keep up with him, you can't go wrong.
He's I'm sorry, Ninja Mack. Do you want us to call you just Ninja? Does that work?
Yeah, you call me Ninja. You can call me Mac. So either or.
I'm like the textbook new guy. I'm the new fan. I'm every wrestler. Okay. I haven't memorized a lot of the wrestlers and stuff, but getting introduced to you, which I whether it's offensive or not, I don't mean anything by it, but I was introduced to your work at the last Warrior show like a month ago. And when I saw what you were doing, I was like, damn, here comes another, like, I got to remember another wrestler. You're another example of just how much talent is out there and all the wide varieties of talent. So as is always, when we're like, we try to be very complimentary, and it doesn't come from a place of ass kissing. It comes from a place of thank you for fucking entertaining us. You know what I'm saying, man? Like,
thank you. Yeah.
And it was very good. Like, thanks for performing. Like, what match you had with Brian? I mean, he did end up beating the shit out of you.
BD Smooth, you fucking asshole.
I definitely. It was my fault on the ropes. I should have checked the ropes beforehand. I was trying a new set of shoes. Normally, I wear some Ninja shoes, and with the new gear, I've switched up some shoes to where I'm actually trying some different kind of shoes. And I was just a little unprepared for myself, but. Hey,
it's fun to watch.
I'm definitely like I said, with that outside show too, I get to do a lot of performing inside. So that was actually the first time I ran outside in about a year. And being at night with the mask and like I said, those ropes got to me to where when I was stepping up, like I couldn't even see. I don't know if it was depth perception, but like I said, things happen. But also now that I'm learning as I go more and more, I wrestle with the mask off. So like, I know we get the Ninja Mack character and the mask on, but the Ninja character started when I was wrestling a luchador. I would take my mask off because with a lot of the lucha scene. But when I wrestle the American people, I would keep the mask on, just intimidating purposes. So I'm not too obligated to wrestle with my mask on because hey, I'm not the best looking dude, but I ain't that ugly.
Oh man.
Hey, but
I seen you without the mask. You a sexy motherfucker.
Yeah, we saw you without the mask. Don't be so shy.
But, definitely, I think just being better prepared for Warrior Wrestling because they were great. I mean, the crowd is crazy. Be able to perform in a football field like that's an endless amount of possibilities for anything you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm going to be a little more prepared next time. And like I said, hopefully we will get to work and we bring it back because Warrior Wrestling, their cards are stacked. Every time I see them, they got lineup for lineup. And like I said, local wrestling in Houston, like I said, maybe to blow our horn a little bit, we stack cards like that too. Not a lot of promotion stack card, but Warrior's been consistent stacking. Local wrestling's consistent stacking. Game Changer Wrestling's consistently stacking cards, and they're producing the biggest crowds right now.
Yeah, and they're it's cool because like for us, like you know, and we travel with some of these. I'll send a shout out to Kyle and Pele Pro, who also have been, you know, just started.
They just started, and their draws and cards are up there too. And I think they brought me into one of their first shows. But every time I see Pele's Pros wrestling, their cards just as stacked as all the other three.
Yeah, that cheat code show they got coming up is fucking, dude. It's stuff to the guff.
I think I've seen 2 of the matches so far. I haven't seen a lot.
They've announced a lot of talent. We were down for the last show, like I said, a couple weeks ago in Arlington. They were passing out flyers and shit, and just amazing. Dude, they had Enzo pop up. You know,
that was Enzo and Will. That was a crazy moment already. And like I said, they're just now. How long have they been running?
Pele since the beginning of the year.
They started. I thought they started in 2021.
Yeah,
the beginning of the year.
Kyle's been, and he's doing it right. He comes up here and he helps out with Warrior. He helps Steve and them kind of backstage, like in doing shit. So he's always up here and he's learning from some of the top guys in the indie scene right now, like how to take care of people, how to run a show, how to, you know, to book it right, just how to do everything the way it should be. So the guys at the top,
he's making sure everyone's getting paid like some other shows that are on the internet right now, right?
Right. Well, paid, you know, taking care of them. Like again, I, you know, sit here and fucking kiss Warrior's ass all day long. But dude, I've been backstage and I've seen it. And as a guy, like I said, being in a band for fucking damn near 20 years now and touring and doing all that shit, you remember the people that take care of you when you're on the road. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a spot you want to fucking go back to. And Warrior does it right, dude. They feed you good. They take care of you good. They give you the opportunity to slang your merch, you know, all that shit. Like, so.
Oh yeah. They give I like, what I've seen with these shows that are consistent, like the Warrior and Game Changer, we got call-in times. We have to be there at certain times. You got to check in. You got to make sure you know what's going on. Everyone knows where hard cam is. Everything's set up for you as easy as it can as a wrestler. And like I said, they stay on top of things, which is great for us because, like as wrestlers, sometimes if we get away with stuff, we can roll in late, kind of just do what we want. But when you got someone to check you like that, keep your ass in gear. It's good, and it's just better show production. And that's all these shows are doing that right
now. I have a question before we get into your history and stuff having to do with the last Warrior show, because I'm very curious from a wrestler's perspective. The difference between the indoor and the outdoor show. I'm really, really digging these outdoor shows because even though the crowd can get really loud and get, crazy and clapping and chanting and all that shit, it's still during a lot of the show, it's incredibly quiet. You could hear every flip, every bang on the ring, every time somebody goes against the rope, you can hear the ropes like stretching and shit. Like it's very like I don't know if the right word is intimate, but you can see everything. So what how is it for you doing that? The differences is it a big adjustment, or is it still like how do you feel about doing the outdoor shows? It's like I said, it's super fun to watch, but what's your perspective of it?
I feel when I'm in an indoor show, like when we're at Loco, we can only max out about 400 people, which, like I said, we've been hitting. But they're at that end, they can bang on the walls. The noise is compressed. So 400 people could be real rowdy. With the outside shows, you can have 1,000 people, and you won't get that same kind of feel of that rowdiness, but they'll be just as loud, but the projection of the noise is going this way rather than caving in. And that's the biggest thing I think of as a performer. So when I'm doing an outside show, I try and I want to be more visual to the audience, because it's they're a little more spread out. The noise isn't so compressed. So I try and be more visual on an outside show, and just to be more entertaining. So when you don't have all that noise, you can be looking at your phone, and you can be very easily distracted with what's going on. You could be looking at the ropes. You don't have to be paying attention to the wrestlers. The birds flying over the clouds can catch your eyes.
Oh shit! Mac just did this crazy move, but dude, you see that fucking falcon?
Right. So if I can capture on an outside show, if I can capture the eyes to look at me early on, rather than just trying to just get the win and hit someone. Like I want to be a little more entertaining and capture the eyes to where they have to look at me the whole time. So when they're watching everything, they're not distracted. How can I create the attention? That's what I think about for outside shows. That I think the difference is, because it's not like when I'm attacking someone, I'm not going for something specific. I'm seeing what's opening and I'm going.
Right.
Like, it's how can I draw them in early to get myself over later?
Psychology, boils and ghouls. Cool. Pay attention.
Trying.
Hey, Mac, I want to back up a little bit here, because when you were talking about wrestling with the mask and everything, out of curiosity, and you also just made a debut in AAA, which is like there's CMLL and there's AAA in Mexico, and there's Crash and other stuff. But dude, those are huge promotions. As Kamikaze.
I would say I'm not Ninja Mack when I go international. When I wrestled for AAA, I'm known as Kamikaze.
And now, is that where the mask came from? That whole look from that?
No. So the gear and the mask are mine. I've been in touch with AAA for a while. Conan, like I said, I used to do a lot of lucha down in Texas. So when I was doing Martinez Entertainment in Dallas, which gave me a huge start in lucha and gave me all my chances for lucha, I got to meet all the AAA guys. I met Torres, Mecha Wolf, Edez, Gringo Loco, Dragon. That he would point. I mean, I was on a show with Rey Mysterio.
Oh shit!
And he was like the crowd is crazy, and I'm just opening match, and he's main event. But to be able to see him, he's pulling it. Martinez, Oscar, he's pulling in some huge lucha stars. So like I said, to wrestle there and then get back to AAA, they wanted me to upgrade my look, my gear, because like I told you, I came with that. I had that 2.5 year break, and I wasn't doing the ninja gimmick. Right. So when I came back as Ninja, like I said, it's a little better selling point. I can get merchandise a little better. I can cut a lot of promos with the ninja stuff and the gambling gimmick. So the gimmick is not really a gimmick. The funny thing is, like, I do the ninja stuff and I do the gambling stuff as my real jobs. And the wrestler Ninja Mack is just, it's my real life, just wrestling.
Just cranked up to 11. That's the best gimmicks, dude.
Yep, cranked up to 11. But with the lucha culture, they wanted me to have that lucha look. You want to get here, just start something to see where it goes. Because I can go in and be the gringo in lucha and be the bad guy. I don't have to wear a mask. But
Right.
with the abilities and the crazy stuff I do, they like when I get to be the good guy and get to put on the show, and they wanna market something. So they did help me get in touch with the guy that made Drago's gear, made this gear.
Fuck yeah,
So
dude.
definitely got it professionally done. But I'm not limited to this staying in AAA. This is mine. I sent the drawings. I gave them the idea. I sent the name Kamikaze. I think what they were saying is they already had a Ninja and they already had a Mac previously, so you couldn't use those names because we did pay-per-view and then we did TV when I was down there.
Well,
Awesome.
hey, man, it still works. I like, and the mask, everything gives me. I'm a child of the 80s and 90s, man. Fucking, it kind of gives me like almost like the G.I. Joe Ninja fucking Storm Shadow look to it. Was that something you kind of drew inspiration from, or like?
Nope, not at all. I actually, when I sent the drawings, they released the commercial for the G.I. Snake movie like the next week.
Oh yeah.
And like when I saw it, I was like, oh man, I'm just gonna get those comparisons now that I've seen the whole Ninja thing. So it did help me to
Piggyback off that shit, bro.
Yeah, hey, I'm just saying, if they give me a movie chance, I'll take a spot.
But yeah, dude, it's the whole costume and outfit. I fucking love it, dude. I like you got the different colors too, the black and the red. You know, two of my favorite fucking
that
colors.
Was also that's inspired by my gambling problem of roulette and blackjack, and you got to be either bet on red or black. So
I love it, dude. I love it. So speaking of the gambling thing, I mean, you're an avid gambler, I take it, or do you work in a casino?
I don't know about avid, but my career consists of me gambling because in Texas there's no casinos, but they just started popping up with all the card rooms.
Okay.
So we can go play Texas Hold'em. We can go play Omaha at a table, and you're just paying the $10 an hour, the time fee. So they're not raking the pot. That's what makes it legal. If I want to go play blackjack roulette at a table, I got to go to a casino. But my job is a professional wrestler, and I am a professional gambler. I do like to try and play in the World Series of Poker events. My goal
heard of
is
Johnny Ferrari?
I think so.
He's another dude we had on the show. He was like a big time gambler. He used to manage like EC3 and a couple other dudes back in the day.
Oh, wow. Okay. No, yeah. I know a lot of wrestlers tell me they like to go gamble, and all the wrestlers, when we go to those Jersey shows, love to come play blackjack with me after the show. Dude, Joey Janela came out with me on the last Jersey show because he missed his flight. He came back. And me and him killed the casino that night for a good amount. And he just everyone was passed out in the hotel. We were all waiting for flights. We had like 4 hours to kill. And Joey looked at me and goes, "Hey, what you doing? You want to make a bet?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, let's go make a bet." So we went
after I sue you for gimmick infringement.
I'm working on my trademark and copyrights right now.
Hell yeah, brother. That's good to hear.
Oh, very good. It's very expensive.
When you guys are going out, you guys kick it. You like to have some drinks, or what? Or are you guys just straight keeping your heads cool for the gambling process, or what?
I was done. So I had a Jack and Coke at the table. They just bring out drinks. But Joey actually had a big showing for AEW a couple of days later. He wasn't. He was drinking water. He just got done wrestling the night before, or not technically the night, a couple hours before. He wasn't drinking. He was just drinking some water, getting ready for. I don't think it was their Charlotte show. It was the show right after the homecoming show.
Okay.
So he was preparing for that, but he's recovering from a concussion. So I know he's been very protective on not going out and really doing much, just trying to stay healthy for these shows.
Have you ever been concussed?
Yeah, a good amount. I don't want to say the last time, but 4 weeks ago, I took that chair shot from Manders. That I think that rocked me because I didn't go right away to the doctor. So when I went like on that Tuesday, Wednesday, when I came back, they said there was a possible chance of concussion, but I'm pretty smart with what I do, and I usually don't take shots like that. So not too often. But I definitely from that second gear crew match, me and Dante had that tag match.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to get our stuff in, and then those guys are tough with some chairs, and they laid them in. They got me good. So they said I could possibly have a concussion from that, but nothing's official.
Those bastards.
Yeah, I'll get them back. Definitely get them back soon.
So right before we hit record tonight, we were kind of chit-chatting a little bit, and you had brought up that you've been wrestling for a long time and even amateur, which really strikes my curiosity. I wrestled 3 years amateur. I got my ass handed to me.
I definitely. So I did when you don't really do folk style until you get to high school. Some junior highs offer it. Yeah. But I was doing freestyle and Greco since with my dad forever. But like I want to say official, like 4th or 5th grade, we would start going to the club, like club wrestling, to where you're not doing it for your school, you're just doing it for your area. And we would just.
That's what I was doing. Yeah.
European style.
Yeah, so we did club wrestling. I think it was Greco and freestyle all the way up until my freshman year. And then when you do folk style during the school year, you're doing Greco and freestyle during that summertime. So it was just wrestling year round.
You still keep up with any of the amateur shit or like the Olympics or any of that?
Oh, I keep up. MMA, I wrestle, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, kickbox. I keep up with everything. Ninja.
Yeah, Ninja Mack.
I'm keeping up with, like I said, I'm keeping up with all the Olympic wrestling right now. So I'm the oldest of 7. Okay. My whole family wrestled. I am the only one who didn't go to college on a scholarship for wrestling because I chose to go to the circus. But my brothers, my 2 sisters, all went, or not the youngest because he's just a sophomore this year right now, but they all went to colleges on full scholarships. 3 of them went to Lindenwood, which is in St. Louis, Missouri. And that's a pretty big international college, which is right by Harley Race's camp, where Harley Race used to do his schools. I believe his son's running that right now.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Harley, man. He was fucking straight up legend of the sport, man. I loved Harley Race. Like, you want to talk about a legit tough motherfucker in the sport of professional wrestling.
He was still a tough motherfucker in his age of sitting in that wheelchair watching us do shit in the ring. And you could just tell he was a tough one when he was young, man.
Hell yeah. And you said your dad used to wrestle as well, right?
He was just an amateur wrestler. He did nothing professional. He did it all for school. He wrestled in college. I don't think he got any college titles, but I think he got 2 state championships in New York.
Fuck yeah.
For amateur in high school. I only made it to state as I wrestled. So when I was wrestling, I would win or place second in districts to qualify you to go to state. And when I wrestled in state, I was good, but I never won state. My brothers and sisters won state, which they're all better than me at wrestling, but I know how to do a cool backflip.
Yeah. Speaking of backflips and being in the circus, let's get into that real quick, man, because I had my buddy Jeremy, who's a ref for Warrior, was telling me when I told him I was going to have you on, he's like, yeah, I heard he used to do something for Cirque du Soleil. And I'm like, really? It's like,
small jobs,
small jobs, but they're jobs nonetheless. And instantly though, I kind of had in my mind, who's that guy they got in WWE right now? The Reginald or whatever.
Yeah. I just saw him do a match against, who was he doing a match against? It's gonna kill me. I watched the match because we watched, that night I went to go play with Joey at the casino I was just telling you about. Mm-hmm. We were watching, it was Monday Night Raw because he missed his flight. We were there on Monday. We were watching that match and he did the back handstrings, I guess he was leaving the ring, going through the entrance. He just kept the title. He did all those back handstrings. Joey was popping me with some spots and telling me some stuff.
Oh, dude!
I don't know Reginald. I don't know if that's his real name or if that's just his show name.
Yeah.
Like I said, with the circus, it's kind of like pro wrestling. Circus LA is your big company like WWE, but even SeaWorld has some circus shows. There's so many small circus shows. You have indie shows. Mm. So I did the Michael Jackson workshop in Montreal. That's my job with Circus LA. Yeah. So I was the guinea pig. When you see people getting shoot out the cannons, I was the guinea pig to make sure that was safe to do for the real performers to do it.
What the fuck is it like being shot out of a fucking cannon, dude?
It's the visual. It's wild. You can take a cannon, but the way they had it set up at first, you would sit there and I would hold a trapeze. And they would launch you because they didn't know if they wanted someone just to be launched out of the cannon or if they wanted you to be launched into a trapeze and you would swing across the rooftop. So at first, when we were getting shot out, you're sitting there holding the trapeze bar, and they give you a countdown from 10. And when they send you, you hold that thing and it shoots you. I want to say we were about 40 feet in the air before they say, "Hey, let go," and just fall into this net, fall to the net and roll down. That was my first experience with Circus Soleil after the tryout.
That shit tickles me because that's fucking crazy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm giggling because that shit's nuts. To have the balls to do that stuff, and it's not just you, it's a bunch of like very talented physically people with visual awareness and all that shit.
No,
it's out of control.
It's crazy. It takes a different kind of person to do something like that and to agree to be shot out of a cannon.
Dude, I tripped on my way to the mailbox today.
Fucking idiot.
Hey, I'll say as great as I am acrobatically and like as agile as I am, like there's days when I trip, I fall over. It's so easy. I don't know what it is. Like there's days where I'm just you would never see me trip, but then there's some days where I can't stay on my feet either.
Hey, as Dr. Dre would say, if I slip, then I slip, and I'm slipping.
Hey, there you go.
Dude, did you do gymnastics or anything? I mean, was this
No, I did a little bit of gymnastics. But when I was little, even when I was like 4 years old, I'd play soccer. And after I score the goal in soccer, I'd run down the field and do that little janky cartwheel back handspring, some backflips at 4 years old. And I would eat shit after flipping too. And I'm talking like throw my body, flip, and just. So a lot of my moves, like I do, I try not to just do flips to do flips. A lot of my flips are attacks.
right?
So like when I do a flip, I'm turning into a splash. One, I'm not the biggest person in the ring. But tall. I would say I'm not the tallest. I'm pretty thick, but I'm not very tall because I'm 5'4" at 200. So
yeah, man. Solid.
So a lot of my moves are I fucking throw a lot of ninja kicks. I throw a lot of striking and punches, and a lot of you rarely see me do a body slam. It doesn't make sense for me to pick someone up that's 270 pounds and give them a body slam. But after I kick them in the face and they go down, I could flip and land on them with my 200-pound frame. I try and feel like a bouncy ball.
Hell yeah.
That or a jumping jelly bean's the best way to describe it.
Jumping jelly.
So most of your the physical shit, like the flips, your ability to do acrobatics was from just kind of like the people that like a guitar player that just was like, oh yeah, I just learned by ear. I just like looked through a book and taught myself. So are you self-taught then? Sort of?
Yeah, no, I can't say self-taught because like I said, I would go to like that open gym gymnastics class where you go bounce around for an hour and all the kids were playing around, and I would go flip, and they had coaches there, so they would tell you, hey, do this. So I mean, people have guided me as I flip through the gyms, but I go to the trampoline parks. I got 3 trampolines in my backyard right now.
Holy shit! Imagine what that's like.
Oh, dude, man, one day I'll have to do another one when I get it set up. I did buy a professional trampoline. So in the circus, they got like tramp walls where you run up the wall and stuff. Oh. So I'm building a wall next to my house. So my house is the frame. The wall's going right here, so I can stand on the roof, jump off, and then bounce back up. And I'm start doing some promos on my tramp walls like that. I'm still getting the frame structure done because I'm trying to set it up where it's 20 feet tall, but I'm trying to decide if I want to go like 7 feet wide, 10 feet wide, or 15 feet wide.
I've seen those kind of videos on Instagram with the walls and the trampolines and like the double trampolines and the things people do, and it's like real life floating. It's like superhero green screen shit, and it just makes you further appreciate the guys like you that have this incredible spatial awareness and awareness of their physical body, like that sixth sense, like the sense of where your arms and legs and shit are.
Always.
And just how like that is not what everybody else has. So you watch this stuff and you're like, damn, man. Like I said earlier, like you trip on the way to the mailbox, but some of these guys will run up a wall and then do a couple flips, and it's super impressive and it looks super fun too.
Take that mask off, man. You look like, is that really Jackie Chan underneath there?
Hey, I don't know how much y'all are into anime. I don't know if y'all watch any Dragon Ball Z or anything.
Fist of the North Star.
Okay, so with Dragon Ball Z, they have a character named Kid Buu. It's like a little pink character. When he fights the guys, he doesn't just like fight them; he'll fight them upside down. Like I guess they can fly in the air, so when he fights, he'll fight upside down like he's kicking and punching. And I'm definitely going to start incorporating that. Some of my matches coming up, I'm definitely going to be fighting upside down, which is going to be very cool to try.
That's fucking awesome.
Because I can, like I said, not only do the crazy stuff and the striking, the fighting, and the flipping. I can sit there and do a handstand and be upside down for a good minute or two on my hands, and know exactly where I am. You know what's really crazy at wrestling? When you tie up at the beginning, I can fucking tie up with people with my feet.
Dude, that's awesome.
I got some things I'm going to be trying in the next couple of weeks, but yeah, no, like I said, I try and just be as entertaining as I can. So trying different things. I'm like I said, if y'all ever watch anime and the ninja stuff, Naruto, the different colors, the black, the red, the other colors I'm going to come out with. I got a couple more ideas I'm definitely going to pop the internet with when I pop them.
Dude, you're going to be blowing that shit up, man. It's red hot with your ability and everything that you're saying that you're going to put together. I see huge things fucking on the horizon for you. Are you into any like old school, like 80s, 90s, fucking like American Ninja or any of those old school movies like that?
I watch them. I actually used to, they have Ninja Warrior now.
Yeah.
It's blown up, which actually I fucking tried that a couple years ago too. Did not do well. Yeah, definitely. I messed up both times in the first round, but I know the producer. So if any of the other wrestlers or podcasters want to get on that, we just got to find a tryout date. We can definitely go.
Fuck yeah. I imagine Shred's a big goofy ass Andre the Giant looking motherfucker. Like,
you give me a year, I would try it.
You would probably kill it though. You'd trip over your mailbox, but then you'd fucking go kill American Ninja Warrior. Maybe.
I don't know. I did not do good my first 2 times I tried it, but I wasn't a ninja at the time, so it might change.
Right? Now that you have the blessing, the mark.
From everything I've seen, that American Ninja Warrior shit is like 80%, 85% hand strength. You could have a badass, strong ass back. You could have strong ass legs and abs and everything. But if you aren't like crazy strong in your fingers, you're fucked.
No, for sure. The finger strength crazy. But I used to watch the old Ninja Warrior from Japan or China.
Yeah, me too.
Like that's like the 80s and 90s shows I would watch. I watched that.
You watch 100 people compete and one guy goes through?
Yep. Not even. I watch them eat shit too.
Yeah.
What kind
of music you into, man? Or do you really not give a fuck about any type of music?
It depends on the moment. Am I working out? If I'm working out, then I'm going a little hardcore heavy metal or like I said, very uptone instrumental beats. If I'm like when I go to shows and I'm not on a show, I sit there and I'll listen to some like techno or opera during the show and watch matches. So like when I work out, I want like crazy fast boom, boom, boom. When I'm watching shows and I'm watching matches, I want it to slow down. If I'm just hanging out, I'll go to a fucking bar and just whatever they're playing, I could jam out to. So I'm not too picky. But it would depend on situations.
Right.
Like I said, after this, I'm going to the gym and like first song on my playlist is Holy Diver. So.
Oh, fuck yeah, Ronnie James, Dio, throw it up.
So that's how I start my workout days.
Hell yeah, dude. What's your like workout and diet regimen like, man?
I work out like a monster. I'm in the gym twice a day. If it's not twice a day, it's because I'm in the gym early and then I'm in the ring later. If I'm not in the ring, I try and go to some jiu-jitsu. I teach some wrestling. So, I mean, I help out at martial arts schools. Hopefully, like I said, if I just save up a little more money, I'll be opening my own martial arts school for Taekwondo. So I do the ninja wrestler, but my girl, she's a 10-time world champ as of last week. She won 3 more world titles for Taekwondo last week.
Oh shit! Congratulations, Lady Ninja.
Yeah, lady. I mean,
awesome.
only if she would just put on a ninja outfit and come out with me, we would already be signed. I keep telling her that,
Right, brother.
I keep telling her that she's so good. Like, man, when I say like straight ninja, she doesn't do backflips, but she can. Like, there's a lady in her ring that's 6'5", because they don't do it by weight or height. They do it by age brackets.
Right.
So they're in the same age bracket, and she every year during this, she's the best sparrer. She's won like 5 years in a row sparring. So we call her Gigantor. This lady,
Gigantor.
dude, she looks like she's part Viking. She's the goalie for a hockey team.
Holy shit!
Dude, she's massive, like from Iceland too, I think.
That's a huge bitch.
Yeah, but she gets kicked in the face all the time by my 5'5" girl that weighs 115 pounds. It's crazy to like see that like every year too, because it's always those two in the finals for fighting and sparring. And my girl is just a little quicker and gets that kick to the face every year. And now she's 10-time world champ for Taekwondo. She's the real ninja.
Oh yeah, dude, that's badass. My oldest boy, he's 13 now, going on 14. But a few years back, we had him in Taekwondo for a couple years, and it was fun to watch, like him learn all this shit. And dude, they had this fucking one spot they did for the kids to have fun, and like. This was funny. I mean, this may sound a little fucked up, but whatever. They have these like glow stick nunchucks, right? You don't really know what the fuck he's doing. He's like, they got this music and lights are flickering and shit. He's going fucking just whacking himself in the head the whole time. He's like the only one doing it. And it seems like just stop. And I'm sitting there laughing when I should probably be concerned. But it was a good time, man. I really enjoyed it. I wish you would have stuck it out more, man, because it's the whole thing with martial arts too is like the discipline of it. And I think it kind of gives you more of that than maybe some other sports, even like some of these team sports and shit. I think martial arts is, for me, in my opinion, a better way to like kind of get a balance of life. And, like, all right, I know I can, as long as I master these skills, I could fucking take anybody down. But do I need to? No, I could be Miyagi about it,
Yes. Like I said, what I've seen with martial arts, it teaches a lot of confidence in oneself.
Right.
And then it also, like I said, when we're teaching martial arts, we're not teaching people to go out there and look to fight. A lot of it is a lot of self-defense, just in case something comes your way. So it teaches the kids to be humble about not going out and engaging and starting, but being smart enough to avoid the situation, but also knowing if something was to happen, I can protect myself.
Finish it. Yeah.
And I can finish it, protect others. And so that, like I said, with martial arts too, what I've also noticed is when you're looking at sports, you don't get a lot of those star players you get on football. Those star players that are on football and basketball and baseball, soccer, those kids are, like I said, they're already self-confident. So a lot of the kids you get in martial arts are not confident. They're the shy kids that are there to learn to defend themselves. They've been bullied. Like I said, they're not your star athletes. Right. A majority of the time. Now, of course, you're gonna have a couple kids come in that got talent, but a lot of the times, especially like business-wise, when you got kids coming in, you're looking at what's the people I'm producing. How can I get these kids there? So it's martial arts is a very humbling sport. It's good, and it transfers over to pro wrestling for me.
Oh yeah, and you were talking earlier about you keep up with MMA. What's your take on mixed martial arts? Because I enjoy it now as a sport, as like what it is. But man, I really fucking enjoyed it back when UFC was first going, and it was pretty much like a blood sport, like no fucking weight classes. But I do get that, I mean that's not.
I wish, like you said, you can always go watch Pride.
Yeah.
But like I said, everything is always better when there's a little less governing rules going around.
Right.
And then now that it's kind of established, there's money involved, there's advertising involved. You got to keep it at this weight. I would really like for people to say, fuck the weights. If you 160, I'm 180. Still, let's go. If you pay what if you paid $1,000 per pound difference, and that was the pay difference?
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. Because that's really the only thing that kind of bothers me is like,
yeah, that's what why do I got to keep fighting someone the same? I understand you want to see who's the best at that size, but then it like I said, you're finding out who's truly skilled. But
yeah,
me being 195, like I said, why couldn't I take on someone at 175 and give them the chance to beat me, or me beat them? But also in the other way, I'd like the chance to go at someone at 215 to see if I can beat them or not get beat.
right.
Like I said, because I don't want to just sit there and face the same people all the time. Because a bigger person, yeah, he might be bigger and stronger, but that's going to give me my speed advantage. Smaller guy, he's going to be a little quicker around the corners, but then I can use my strength to help me. And then you're going into different moves. You get so many different matchups in UFC if you would change the weight like that.
And to me, that's a better sign of actual skill. You know, like, all right, you can beat this guy that's the same fucking weight class as you, but what if we were to, go either up or down in the weight classes? Like, just, and I get like I said, they want to, it's got to be presented like a sport because of advertisers, investors, all that shit. But I in the spirit of true fucking competition, and just like for me, like these guys coming out here and you're fighting a different weight class. I mean, if you're on the streets having to do that shit and someone's coming at you, it's not like you're going, oh, well, stop. I can't do this because, I'm fucking way bigger than you. And you're, I just like the almost reality of a
little
fight
gladiator
scenario,
style.
No, yeah, because then you find out who really is truly skilled.
There was the conversation you guys are having right now. This mini conversation reminds me of when UFC first started. It was somewhere one of the first 5, and there was a big old. It wasn't. I mean, he looked like a sumo wrestler. He's 6'5", big fat black dude, and this short Kempo guy. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys remember that fight. And I remember watching it, and I watched it on VSS tape. And they started circling, and the big guy, you're like, holy shit, this guy is like almost 2 feet taller than this man, and he's got to have like at least 150 pounds on him. So you hit him in the stomach, chest, hurts him, but doesn't do anything. Right. And the Kempo guy,
just don't let him lay on you.
Yeah, exactly,
exactly.
But that Kempo guy was trying a couple quick punches and kicks and shit, and then he reeled back and gave him a palm strike right in his jaw, put him on his knee. And that was it. He ended up winning. Like the Kempo guy, the short guy, ended up winning. And that was back when in the heyday. There's good and bad shit about both ways. I guess if you're trying to make a professional, real league, you need the weight class stuff. But it's always fun to see whether that Goliath is going to beat the shit out of David or not. And then it's exciting when David wins. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and you know what? It's also fucking exciting when fucking Goliath kills David too sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, you see a monster just totally wreck someone, people got nuts for it.
That's called a squash match.
I wish, and not saying all the matches or all the lineups they do, but you can have a special match of cross weight. It's not like you gotta do it every match or every show.
Yeah.
It's gonna come from those fighters. Like, and anytime you want to change the fighters to eventually get together and speak up. In pro wrestling, if you want to make a change, you need the pro wrestlers to get together and speak up. And then you can make changes, then you get fans to follow you. Because the promoters and advertisers are going to follow what the fans are doing. And the fans are going to follow the fighters and wrestlers.
Hey, Mac, I want to ask you something as we wind down here. What do you keep up with as far as like being an independent on the scene? I mean, obviously, the main goal is to get signed somewhere. And luckily, in this day and age of professional wrestling, there's more than just one place to do it and apply your trade.
I would say the main goal, I don't know if the main goal is to get signed. And not to discourage getting signed, because a lot of my friends have been signed. I've been offered 3 contracts from different companies the last 2 months, and I've turned them all down, and I respectfully turn them down. One, I appreciate the opportunity they offered me, which was great, but I think the way wrestling is going and the way the internet's going right now, I can sign and get the views and to that company. I just didn't want to sign my TV rights to where if I got the bigger opportunity, because as an indie wrestler, I've been smart enough to where I have enough income to where I only have to wrestle. So, like right now, I'm only wrestling for a job, and I get to stay with my kid all week and train. All I do is fight all week, I wrestle all week. I'm in the gym all week, or I'm watching my kid. And then on weekends, I'm doing shows 2-3 times a weekend. And like I said, I'm putting away money. I'm paying my house and my bills and my rent. So, if like I said, with the 3 contracts that were offered to me, I turned them down because signing was not the best interest in what I have, what's going right now. And like I said, if you sign all of them on in 3 years, I can't commit 3 years for the amount of money that was being offered at the moment. So I would say the main goal is not to get signed. Ninja Mack's main goal is to go to Japan. Like I said, I was supposed to go to Japan in June with Noah.
Ooh.
But the embassy got worse, or the COVID got worse over there, so the embassy hasn't really opened up yet. So they couldn't, from my understanding, they couldn't take people that haven't already lived over there or had their visa over there. So even though I got my passport ready, I haven't been over there previously, so they couldn't take any new Americans, which it sucked at the time because I was supposed to do 12 weeks over there. But at the same time, if I do go, I don't get to do AAA and I don't get to do all this game changer wrestling. So it was smart enough to call Brett. Like I said, call Conan for AAA, say I'm available, get used, get seen. And like I said, I booked out this whole summer with GCW, so that way when Noah's coming back, I don't have an official start date, but towards the year end, I think I'm going for another 3 months. And when I do go, I think that's my main goal. Like I said, I don't think getting signed is the main goal. I still got more to learn before I feel comfortably signed at that stage and level. I think I'm not saying I'm not ready, because I'll take the opportunity and take the chance if it's right. But I also want to be ready, and I want to present something I can be proud of.
Fuck yeah, and that's the way to do it. Let me ask you this real quick: would you take the chance at Nick Gage in a fucking death match?
No.
That's a quick no. It's a fuck that shit.
What? Yeah, I've met Nick Gage, and been nothing but great to me in the back. Like I said, I hope he works Matt Cardona's ass. When I first met Brett in Tampa, he asked me what was my thoughts on death matches. I told him, if you need me for a death match, I need 5 digits that starts with a 5. That's my bottom number. So I threw it out there pretty hard that I wouldn't do it. But if someone came around and offered me 5 digits for a death match, I would man up and do it. But also, I also told Brett one day I would like to build myself up to where I would be worth that price for a death match also. Right.
Good answer, man. Good answer.
Yeah.
You got kids, man. You don't need to be getting fucking jugulars cut and all that shit.
That's another thing. Like I said, with my kid, I like to be around long enough. So I know watching their death matches, Nick Cage has been doing it for a long time, but the numbers I see, not a lot of death matches go that long. And I'm looking to wrestle for the next 20 years. So I need a good amount of time. But also, everything's a number. I'm a very business gambling man. You give me a high enough number, I won't say no.
Right. You gotta take that bet sometime.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you don't want to give me the number I'm asking, at least offer me a bet so I can think about it.
No shit, brother. No shit. Mac, dude, it's been a pleasure having you on, man. We're gonna have to do this again sometime.
Yes,
right
sir.
now is the time for you to let the people out there watching and listening around the motherfucking world, let them know where they can find you. Let them know where they can buy your merchandise at. And real quick, what you have coming up as far as wrestling.
Well, fans, Juice Pro Wrestling, thank you for having me on your podcast. Ninja Mack. You can find me at Ninja Mack on Twitter and Facebook. You can find me at Mac Wrestler on Instagram. You can also watch Ninja Mack this Friday in Las Vegas for Game Changer Wrestling coming up. you can also watch Ninja Mack September 18th at Loco Wrestling versus Low Key. Another big match coming up.
Yes. I'm looking forward to that one.
It's going to be a very exciting match. I'm very happy for that match. Like I said, I don't mark out for a lot of wrestlers, and he's one of the wrestlers I'm marked out for to wrestle with.
He goes hard, man. Fucking send it right back.
I told him I hope he hits me as hard as he can, because I'm only going to do it the same.
Yes.
But fans, check me out. Future matches. Check out Juice Pro Wrestling. Sirs, I want to thank you for having me today. It's been an honor. I really appreciate your time.
Hey, we appreciate you, brother, and everything that you do. You just keep doing it and doing it and doing it well. And for everybody out there watching and listening right now, make sure you hit like and subscribe. If you're listening on the podcasting platform, make sure you leave a rating and review. We're on all the social medias if you want to interact with us. And we'll see you at Warrior Wrestling this weekend, motherfuckers.
Be safe. Good luck, Warrior Wrestling. Y'all have a good day.
Hell yeah, you too, brother. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was our interview with the one, the only, the death-defying Ninja Mack. Make sure you check out all his socials and follow him. He is going to be, mark my motherfucking words, one of the up-and-coming stars, one of the future stars of the professional wrestling circuit. It is amazing to see where he's come in such a short time. Dude's got a great story, super awesome guy. Please make sure you support this dude and buy his fucking merch, and make sure you support us. And like I said, follow us on all those platforms, interact with us. We're really fucking fun guys. If you let us in, are you going to let us in? Hey, until next time, wad 'em up, wad 'em up, wad 'em up.
Ugh.
You gonna do sex to me?
Did you like that video? If so, be sure to hit like and subscribe and check out more killer content from your boys at Juice Pro Wrestling. Whoa, yeah!